you're going to create your template. And that's one of the things that I highly stress, is that you have your template. And your template is your advertising platform that you're going to be using for your different products that you have. Like this one is my Blue Scorpion template.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll have the template. I've done it. I've been watching you for almost a month now. So
okay.
I
So
have
then
my template with all the descriptions and the links and all that.
okay.
Yeah.
So then all you have to do, and this is something you can do when you go back home. You're just going to have your list for your ad sites. Like I have mine in a folder.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to go to the different places I want to advertise to. So I'm going to go to this one. And then you're going to get that template after you log in. And you're just going to go up here and go to post a new ad. And since we know that the Blue Scorpion is only right now available in the United States and Canada, you can come here and I'm going to put for sale. And I'm going to put it under health and beauty items. And then if I wanted to do Canada, I just type in Canada. And if it's available in Canada, there's Canada right there. I can click in here. And I'm going to get my headline. And I'm going to copy that and put it here. And the asking price is, and I'm going to put various because I don't know which one they're going to get. And I think I spelled it wrong. All right. And then I'm going to post my description. So let me get my description here. And this is what you want to do when you get home. Is you want to be able to do this. And like I said, you can market anywhere with your website. You don't have to be exclusively to your country. You can market it anywhere. So wherever that product is available, that's where you want to market it to. And then I'm just going to put my name. I'm not going to do the autofill because it will change my location. I always put my Google Voice phone number, and I do get calls and codes, messages. And then here is something a lot of people are missing. You want to type in this code. And the reason they have this code is to show that you are not an automated program. You're not spamming, that it is an actual person putting this in. And then you want to upload your image. And I have my images that I use for my Blue Scorpion. And this one you can upload up to 5 images. Just depends on what you have. And because I also have other products for that I have for beauty and health, I'm going to do that one as well. And I'm going to put one in for my wine. So I can do the wine one. And then let's do just a general overall of my website. I have my business card that I have created. And I'll put that in there. So there's my 5 images, and then I'm going to post this ad. And so even though it is going to Canada, I'm still here in the United States. So that's what you want to do, is once you get your pages modified, if you already have your link, go ahead and put your link in there and go ahead and advertise that page. Because even though you're going to be in a different country, you can still advertise to various countries that that product is available for.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, please mute yourself, Emilio.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hold on. Okay. So so that's what you want to do, Miss Gertrude, is even though you're going to be in a different country, if the product is available, go ahead and use your templates that you have. Your website follows you, your computer follows you. Those sites, because they are internet based, you can still go in there with your templates and advertise to different countries. If it's available in your country, then by all means advertise in your country. And then once the product, like right now, you can still do the wine as a an affiliate or training program in your area. You don't have to get it shipped to you. The Valentis, I think, I'm trying to remember if we can ship Valentis to Africa, or you're part of Africa. I have to double check in there. But the things that you can get shipped to you, I would say ship to you. The ones that you can't, go ahead and change it over to your new address. Like for if you're in the wine program, go ahead and change it over to the non-product once you get back to your country. And then that way you can still market it to, you can market it to Africa once it's open in Africa as a non-product classification. Then once it's able to ship wine to Africa, then you just have people that are already in your business, then just transfer it over. But that doesn't mean that's the only place you can market it. You can market to the United States. You can gain customers in the United States. You can gain customers in Canada, anywhere that wine is shipped or marketable. So modify, if you've got your pages modified, then you just need to get with your instructor and say, hey, I need your links to get set up with my Sephora, my all my different affiliates that I need, and then go ahead and get your links put in there and start advertising your website. That way you can still have it there and be readily available. I'm still going to be here, so even though you're going to be back home, I'll still be on YouTube. You can still catch me on YouTube. You can still catch me on our training every Saturday. Ask your questions if you need to. That's what we're here for. Well, that's what I'm here for. So I will ask, answer questions as the best of my ability. If I think it's something that you need to go back to your instructor for, then I will definitely direct you there. And that's one of the things, is you need to get your affiliate links from your instructor, especially the referral links. And then they can direct you to the other marketing houses to where you can get your other links available.
Okay.
Does that make better sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Hey, Sheila.
Yes. Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm
What's
not
going
doing. Oh, had a death in the family. My mother-in-law passed away yesterday.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
So we've been running around. And,
yeah, I remember you telling me.
I wasn't able to. We're up pretty late, so I missed the meeting with at 10 o'clock with Paul. So I'm glad I was able to make this one with you.
Yep. So what we got to do today? I know you've been working really good on modifying your pages as best you can. So what do we need you to? What do you need help with today?
Everything.
Decentralized travel page. That is for your Excel trip. If you don't have Excel trip or haven't registered as an IMP yet, get back with your instructor, because you need a referral link for that. You can't just go in and sign up. You have to go through a referral. So if you haven't done that page yet or haven't gotten your own link for that, get back with your instructor and tell them that you're getting ready to work on your travel pages for Excel trip, and you need that one.
You're my instructor.
So I'm gonna go through your site tonight and see what you're missing, and then I'll probably shoot you an email with all the things that you need.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna create a flow chart for you for what you need to do based on what I see.
Okay.
All right, that way you can stay on task one at a time instead of being overwhelmed.
I'm gonna be busy tomorrow and Monday with the funeral and everything. So
it'll just be there. It'll be there for you to get to when you can, and just let me know. All right, and again, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
As we all are.
Thank you.
Okay, so any more questions that we have?
Hi, Sheila. It's me again, Gertrude.
Hey, yes.
Please, can you go through my site too?
What's your site, Miss Gertrude?
It's 4B40.
0?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have a look at it.
4B40.
4B40. All right, I'll have a look at it and see what you're missing. And get with your instructor, or let me know who your instructor is. Well, I can find out. Maria.
That's
right, Miss Maria.
Yes.
Oh, she's a busy lady.
Yeah, I know.
I love her though. I love her to death. So we always get together at all of our functions. We're the ones that keeps the dance floor hot. So, but yeah, I'll get with her and we'll see what we can come up with. But yeah, don't worry about because you're leaving out of the country, you won't be able to do this. By all means, you will definitely, just by you being in a different country, will not hold you up at all in marketing your site.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. I will look at that. Okay. Anybody else got anything else they want me to go? I got one more thing I want to go over and show, because I've also seen this quite a bit, questions being answered or asked about how to set up folders in your accounts. And Paul went over it today on how to set up folders in your Google Drive, which everybody, if you have a Gmail account, you have Google Drives, and it's up here in these 9 little dots in your Google apps, and you have your Google Drives. And in there, you can actually go in and create folders, like I have right here for my V marketing. I have it for my family stuff. Have my templates set up in here, so you can create new folders as you go through. You can create new. You can also go in and upload stuff from your computer. Say your computer is getting really slow, you're running out of memory. You can transfer folders over into your Google Drive, and your Google Drive is a virtual drive that goes everywhere with you. It's sort of like a cloud. It doesn't take up extra space in your system because it is a cloud. It's an internet program. So if you have things that are kind of running slow and your computer's running slow and your memory's really low, come create a folder in your Google Drive, and then just upload that folder, complete folder here, and then you have it. And then anytime you go anywhere, log into your Gmail account or download your Google Drive. I have it on my phone, so that I can pull up my templates and actually do marketing for Instagram and things like that right on my phone. You can do it on your computer. You can pull it up and there's your files right there. You can have it if you're going somewhere else and you have a laptop instead of on your desktop, and you pull up your laptop and pull up your Gmail or your Google Drive. Your information follows your account. It doesn't follow your program, your system. So if you're thinking you only have a desktop and you can only work on your desktop, that's not it. As long as you can pull up Google and Google Docs, you have all of your folders there. Same thing with your actual Google, or your Chrome. So when you go into your computer or laptop and you log into Chrome, I have these different programs right here, or different folders. And the way you do that is when you come to a site and you want to save that site. So I'm going to go to my marketing. So let me open a new tab and say I want to type in this recipe page, okay? And I want to bookmark it. So in Chrome, and Edge works basically the same way. It's just a little bit different, but I promise you, if you are using our website, you should have Chrome as your default browser. If you're using Edge, some of our programs do not work with Edge because of their restrictions and their security parameters. They won't work. Just doesn't work. Just like if you're using um, Skype on Chrome, I mean, not on Chrome, on Edge, you can't use share screen. Share screen is not compatible with Edge. So you have to use Chrome as your default and then pull up your Skype program, and then you should have share screen. So if you're trying to get with your instructor and you can't share screen, check and make sure you're not in Edge or you're not in Firefox, because they will not share screen. They're not compatible with the share screen program on Skype. So I use Chrome, and so I'm gonna come here and I want to bookmark this, and you're gonna get this little box that says bookmark, and it's gonna say what folder, and I don't want to put it in web enhancement. So I want to come down here to more. I'm going to click on my bookmark bar, and then I'm going to create a new folder. And in that new folder, I'm going to type in recipe pages and save. So now you see I have a bookmark bar. It's called recipe page, or a folder on my bookmark. And then if I open it, there's my page for my bookmark. Okay. And so then if I wanted to come here again and say I have my marketing site. So I want to come here and just create another page. So I'm going to come here, bookmark bar. I'm going to create here, and I'm just going to say Zoom training. So I'm going to click save. So it put that there. I don't want it there. So watch this. I'm just going to drag it up here and put it in my recipe page. Now I have Zoom training here and say, well, I already have bookmark. Those of you that have a plethora of bookmarks here, or all these different things, and it's going across and you have these triple arrows over here, this is how you move it into a document or a folder. So I'm going to come here, and here's one. I'm going to move it over here and put it there. Here's another one. I'm going to move it here, and this is for all of my training classes that I have. And then there's another one. Where is it at? I can't remember. Oh, that's on my other computer for my grandsons. So that's one of the ways. So now I have that. So if I want to look for my ad sites, because I had something in here that I wanted to do. And another thing you need to bookmark is your website. It should be bookmarked after you get in, bookmark it. So then if I wanted to come here and have another one, and I wanted to come here and say I want to open up my Triple R training. There's my Triple R training. There's all of my marketing sites. This is the different places that I market with, that I have affiliate programs with. So you want to be able to put that in there so that you can be able to find it. This is just an informational page. So I might want to come in here and do a page on information. So I'm going to open this up. And then I want to bookmark this. And so I want to create another site. So I'm going to click on this, create a new folder, and type it information page. And save. So now that's in my information. So then I can come through here and find anything that I want to use for information. So this is one of an instructor website that I can use for information. Here is another one that I can use for information, and I'm just moving them. Marketing sites. This is all. Here's one that's for information that I can use. All these are different marketing sites that I have. This is a tutorial. I'm going to put that one over here.
As you're transferring, is it being eliminated from, for example, marketing sites?
Yep. As I'm moving it over here, it's taking it out of that particular one.
That leaves you a little more space for that.
Exactly. Okay. So here's an and this is one that I used. So I'm just going to come here and actually move that for information pages. 10 cities. And you just drag it to your folder that you want, and it just makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to see. Here's 10 best cities for gamers, and these are things based on what you are advertising. Like I said, I do research all the time, and these are some of the things that I do. You know, if I find a page that is going to enhance my website or a promotion that I'm doing, I want to have all the information I can get.
Cool.
So, you know, and in that way I can advertise, I can read the information on there. Then here's all my personal stuff, my baking information. like my TV app, I can actually put that in social because my grandkids look for it all the time. So here's one that I can actually set one up for my grandson if I want to. Here's Disney. I can put that in social. I might just, depending on how I want to do it. But this is how you can do things. Support for Tipping Bucket, Pampered Chef. I can use that for information. So this is one that Roy and Tanya promotes, and I'm looking into it. They actually have an affiliate program that you can use for Pampered Chef. I love Pampered Chef. My kitchen's full of Pampered Chef stuff, and I've always ordered it, but they do have an affiliate program. So how you can advertise and work with them, but just different things. But Rory and Tanya are promoting it. So, but this is how you go through and create your tabs up here, and you want to organize yourself. You don't want to have to go through and say, okay, where's that paper at? When we have our Zoom meetings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the training calls on Thursdays and Saturdays, you don't want to have to keep searching for them, or asking on the chat, where's that link at? What's the link at? Go through and bookmark it and put it in your folder, and then hey, on Tuesday night at such and such, I need to go to my my Zoom trainings, and I need to jump on my training call. So that's one of the things you need to do. Same thing with your Google Calendar. That's another thing that you have access to when you get Google. When you're on Google, you have access to this calendar. So then you should put in there every week, that you have these training calls. I have 2 calendars, one I use for my my students and one I use for. So when I get, these are students that I have standard meetings with. Some of them are weekly, some of them are monthly. And then here's my training calls. I have all my training calls in here. After tomorrow, I'll have my new students schedules in here. I'll have my Goya schedules in here. And then once you get one in here, say like tomorrow at 2 o'clock or 11:30, what's today? We're gonna go tomorrow. So tomorrow at 11:30, my husband has a ball game. So at 10 o'clock, I'm gonna put game time, and then I'm gonna come down here at more options, and I'm gonna tell it to remind me 10 minutes before I'm supposed to leave. And then I'll get a notification on my phone that says, hey, you got 10 minutes before game time. I get a notification on my computer, hey, I got 10 minutes before game time. So that's one of the things you can set up. Use your calendar and then download it on your phone if you want to. You can put Google on your phone. There's an app for it. If you have an iPhone, it's there in your app store. If you have anything other than an iPhone, you're going to have to go to what's the other one? Shoot, can't remember the other app store.
Samsung.
No, not the there's the App Store, iTunes, and
Play Store?
Google Play.
Google Play. That's it.
I was gonna say brain fart.
Yeah, I have one big time. And download the app for Google Calendar. And if you have it on your phone, it sends you a little chime message that and an alert 10 minutes before, 30 minutes. And you can put as many notifications. You can tell it to notify you a day before. You can tell it to notify you 30 minutes before. It automatically is set for 30 minutes. But if you want more notifications of any schedules that you have or things that you have scheduled, that's where you want to send it. That way you stay on track. Getting your website up and running is all about your time management. So if you, like I do every Sunday evening, after I've got everybody settled down, they're either watching a movie or whatever, I come and sit down at my computer and I do my schedule based on what my students have sent me for their time frames. I always put those in first, but I always leave a few extra slots available because, I'm always working to get new students. And if something comes up, if I have a student that has an emergency and they need me, I always try to make sure, hey, I got some time. Or if I know I have some students that are really great about, being able to switch their schedules around a little bit, I always put them, where I know if there's something that comes up. But I always leave time for my family. Saturdays after training, that's my time for my family. Sunday mornings, now that church is in, it's going to be different. So I'll be having Sundays you know, for family time until around 5 or 6 o'clock. Then I usually, like I said, sit down and start back working. You know, I might schedule a student that's their only time they can get together is Sunday evening. I only do one, so I'm not going to, you know, I don't bombard myself because my family is precious. That's why I'm doing this, so I have time to spend with them. Um, so that's one of the things you want to be able to do is organize. If you're feeling like, you know, your head spinning on your shoulders because you don't know which way to turn, then that means you're not organized enough to where you can concentrate on one thing. Don't get so overwhelmed. If you have to schedule it, put it on your calendar and say, okay, today I'm only going to work on this page. Today I'm going to work on this. Today I'm going to do this. I used to go through and schedule my time when I was actually going to post my ads. You know, it was like, okay, today I'm going to spend 30 minutes on posting ads, you know, or today I'm going to spend 2 hours on posting ads. If that's what you have to do, then do it until you get to the point to where you're comfortable in setting up your schedule and it becomes such a habit that your schedule is basically ingrained in you. Um, and until then you need to get organized. You need to have those folders done. You need to have all of your trainings in one spot. You need to have all your Zoom meetings in one spot. You need to have your your own dashboard for your own website needs to be by itself so you can always pull it up. You don't have to go and try to remember what your login information is. You don't need to go and try to remember how to find it or where it's located. You should have that on your bookmark bar by itself, and it should always be first. Um, Drop and drag is really great. If you're like, well, I need to know what's what, watch this. You can drag it and move it over. And organize it that way as far as importance. What's more important? You know, are your Zoom trainings more important than your marketing sites? You know, which ones do you go to more often? I'm in this one every day. Promise you, every day I'm in this one. Same thing with these Zoom meetings. I have Zoom meetings every day for something, one thing or another. Marketing sites and my ad sites, I'm in it every day because I'm either marketing or I am, you know, creating new ads. So I'm always doing something in here and I'm not hunting for my sites. I know here's going to be all of my ad sites. I know here's going to be all of my advertising companies. Here's my training calls. Here's all of my instructions that I need. If one of my students calls me and says, or texts me and says, hey, what was that link for? You know, how do I find this? Where do I find this at? All I do is come here. But by you being here, you should have your own training folder to where you can go to your Triple R training program. You can go to your PBS trainings. You can go to your performance training sites, you know, for your V marketing. You should have that bookmark. You should have, you know, if you're using Paul's, you should have Paul's website bookmark for his training programs that he does on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. You should have that bookmark. Rory's blogging for cash. You should have that bookmark. So stay organized, and staying organized will go a long ways in how your PBS functions. So get those organized. I got one student, they have everything here. As you can see, mine's not that, this is all I have. You don't need to save everything to your desktop. So if you have stuff saved in your desktop, you can move it. um, you need to move it to your folders. You need to move it into a folder. You need to move it into something else so that when you come here, this should be fairly clean. You shouldn't have this full of places that you've bookmarked and saved it to your desktop, because then it's going to become cluttered. So let's see. All right, Blanche, have a good one.
Okay, have a good day, and listen, I'll try to call you later if that's okay. I'll Skype you.
Yep, we'll do. Take care of your buddies.
Okay, thank you. Bye, bye, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sheila. You let me know.
Yes, Emilio. I'm gonna I'll work on yours tonight and send you an email, and then I'll Skype you when it's ready for you to go look at.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sheila.
All right. All right. So do we have any more questions or anything else anybody wants to clarify or go through? We still have about 30 minutes.
I didn't get any of the information that I was looking for.
What did you need? You
Um,
needed to go how to
Well,
get
you were teaching me how to put my links in and whatnot. And like I said, my family decided to go to North Dakota, so I spent time with them instead of keeping that in my head.
All right. So I'm going
Um,
to show you real quick. All right.